ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Magic Bricks Hangout series, our endeavor to trigger a buy and bring back consumer confidence in the real estate market. We believe that real estate consumers in today's times need to be aware about the right practices of investing in real estate so that they get the right worth of their investment for years to come. The hangouts that we are hosting this festive season will provide our consumers the best knowledge and tips on where to invest and how. The first in this series is Hangout with Mr. Pawan Kishore. He is the Senior Manager Marketing at RGE Construction and Development. Pawan is a graduate in commerce with over 15 years of experience in sales, marketing, and customer service. The topic for today's session is buying a property in this festive season. Let's quickly take up the questions now. Over to you, Preeti.
Hello, everybody. Mr. Pawan, the first question which is coming to you is, how are you planning to attract investors in the market this festive season?
Hi. We basically, this festive season, I believe this is a good time to buy because, as you know, the markets have matured over the last year or so. The prices have stabilized, and even the monetary policies of the government have been better. So I think this is the time to buy for everybody because the prices are not going to go down any further.
So what are the offers that your group is offering, and please tell us about your projects as well.
All right, yeah. See, our project basically is called Embassy Residency, which is in Perumbakam, which is very near to Solinganallur, on the IT corridor of Chennai. This project is on a span of 25 acres, and the project consists of 2,482 units, comprising of 2 BHK, 3 and 3.5 BHK units. The 2 BHK comes with 650 square feet compact residences. And what we have already done is we have delivered the phase 1, which is comprising of 496 units the last Jan. So people have actually started living in the phase 1, 500 residents are already there. And the phase 2, which is actually on now, is going to be delivered in March 2016, which is approximately 1,020 units. So that will be delivered in March 2016. And this project is adjoining Global Hospital, which is a very popular and most sought after hospital in this part of Chennai. This is walkable distance to most of the IT parks like the SEZ and the Accentures and the Cognizants and other things. We have a school inside our campus, which is the NPS International School. So it serves the buyer all the requirements of actually walking to work or having a school inside the campus. We have a good club and a gymnasium and a complete foolproof security and all those things. So that way we are just off the grid of OMR. So that will actually help us in gaining the price advantage. If you're going to be buying a property on OMR, you're going to be selling out an X amount of money. Whereas if you just drive down, say, 1,000 meters or less than a kilometer to our project, we just 20% less than OMR, and still you have the ambience and the comfort and the security of whatever you have on OMR. So that way it will be a very value for money proposition, and you have all aspects covered.
Well, quick Q&A.
So what will be the average price of a 1 BHK, 2 BHK and a 3 BHK in your project?
We do not have a 1 BHK. We have a compact 2 BHK. It's called 650 square feet. It comes with a full-fledged bedroom and a study, which will, the cost of that is around 32 lakhs. 650 square feet, and the 1443, which is called the 3 BHK.
So is it like if you would go higher, the prices would be higher or less?
We do have a floor rise, but then the floor rise is only on a block wise, unlike the other builders where they raise floor wise. What we have done is we raise the floor prices every 5 blocks. From 5 to 10, it is one particular rise of price. From 10 to 15, there's one rise, and 15 to 19, one rise. That's it.
Okay. We have a consumer writing into us asking, his name is Hitesh, and he's asking that what is the difference between going for a reputed developer's project and a local developer's project. Can you please tell me what should I look for while investing in a project? Do you have any advice for him?
I would certainly say, the advantage of going with a reputed builder like us is that we do all the groundwork for you in terms of the legalities, the approvals, and the safety aspects. I mean, you should seriously consider the safety aspects in a high rise, especially something like us. See, we have gone into depth of actually not compromising any of the safety aspects, starting from the pile foundation, which is very, very important for a high-rise building. We do the soil tests, we do the entire structural background work. So every aspect of it is taken care. Of course, you may have a price advantage if you go on for a smaller builder, but then you will have to do a lot of groundwork yourself. So that may not help them in the long run, because there is something called value appreciation, asset appreciation, which may not happen in an individual builder.
We have another Magic Bricks user. Her name is Priya Srinivasan, and she's asking that how do I know that your project is legally, it's sound and all the papers are intact? So how would I come to know about that?
Okay. See, this is again a best practice which we adhere to. See, any prospective buyer who walks into our office, be it marketing office or the site office, we welcome them and we ask them to take a tour of the entire project. And once he is in principle in agreement with the project, we share all the legal documentation with him on a soft copy. He is free to go through it thoroughly, take a legal opinion from his legal advisors. We give them all the documentation, starting from the parent documentation in terms of approvals and how the land was acquired and everything, which is very, very important, because this is an investment of a lifetime. You can't just like that go buy like a car. So you'll have to go through all this. So we share the details with all the prospective buyers, especially the legal documentation.
So would you expect a consumer to go for high floors in your project or the ground floors? Like, do you have a nice view around your project?
Yes, in fact, I mean, that's a very nice question. See, what the advantage of our project is, we overlook a 150-acre forest reserve, which is a nesting ground and a bird sanctuary kind of a thing, which is gazetted by the government of Tamil Nadu. So there is no way any other building can come up in the near future. And it's actually, there's a small stream which flows across on the other side of the project. So it's really nice views, especially the sunrise and the sunset. And the western side of the project has a hill view. So obviously, as you go up the floors, your views will be better.
Tell us about the other projects you are planning to come up with or are having in Chennai.
This is our flagship project in Chennai for the Embassy Group, and we intend to complete this for now because we have another phase 3 coming up in this project itself. We are, of course, looking out to see if there is any scope for other projects, but right now this is the only project which we're concentrating on in Chennai.
Okay. Let's take up another query from Radhika. She wants to know about other investment good locality areas around OMR. So can you please suggest her about where she can look for a project?
On OMR?
Around OMR, yes.
See, around OMR, I would suggest the Radial Road, which is one good, which is untapped, which is called the Pallavaram Radial Road, which is a good and untapped market. Of course, the project where we are there, Perumbakam, which is again a very good project, because this is just off the grid. And maybe further down, you could look at somewhere near a place called Talambur, which is again further down on OMR. And of course, the IT corridor, there is a proposal that they will extend the IT corridor up to Mahabalipuram, which is going to be phase 2 of the IT corridor. You might even consider something there, but that's not going to happen in the near term. But then it will be certainly a good investment opportunity.
Okay. Sir, we have been seeing that the real estate market, not only of Chennai, but of throughout the country, has not been seeing a lot of investors. So, as Magic Bricks, we would like to ask you that what can be done to bring back investors and end users back into the market this festive season? Do you see that this could be a change? This period could bring change into the market?
The sentiment of the market has improved than what it was earlier. I would say in the last 4 to 6 months or so. But then it has not started transforming into business as yet. And I will tell you one more thing. Chennai has not been an investor-driven market all along. I mean, it always has been against the trend of the country. It is always an end-user segment. So that is why sales has been better in Chennai. I would say so. But then, as I again told you, the investor sentiment is improving. So we will probably see the sentiment transforming into business in the next 6 to 8 months coming.
In fact, Magic Bricks recently held real estate dialogues in Chennai, and we had a lot of people like developers and other think tank people coming on to us, and everybody presented us their wish list from the government. Like
Right.
they want these top things to be fixed so that business can be brought back into the Chennai market. The market flourishes, and not only gives consumers a lot of options for housing, but developers some business as well. So, what is your wish list from the government?
See, representing a project which is on the IT corridor of Chennai, I would only request for infrastructure, which is the key for any project to succeed, without which no project can actually take off or be sold well. Because there is only a certain extent of things which we can provide as a developer and a builder. But then the onus is on the government to actually help the project or the locality by providing the basic infrastructure in terms of good roads and in terms of sewerage and water and everything. Those would be the things which we would request as a developer to provide by the government of Tamil Nadu.
Okay, let's take another query from Mr. Suraj, and he's asking that should I invest now, or is there any more price correction in the Chennai market happening anytime soon? So, what would you advise him?
I think he should start identifying the projects now, and maybe before the festive season, he should go ahead and invest, because the prices are not going to fall any further in Chennai, because the market has been stagnant for the last year or so, as you're all aware. So this is a time which is bottomed out. It is time to invest, is what I would suggest him.
So the project that you're having, sir, in Chennai, please tell us about at which stage the project is, and what all certificates have you obtained, and what is the next plan, and what is your possession date? What is the possession date that you're having in mind?
Okay. Our existing project, which is the phase 2, which we're talking about, is comprising of 3 towers, which are called the Lavender, Marigold, and the Fern blocks, which comprises of 3.5, and 2 BHK. All the towers, the structure has been completed, and the exterior plastering is completed almost 80%. In one block, even the outside exterior painting is happening. And our project delivery schedule is March 2016. We intend to give out to the customers, respective customers, for them to do the interiors.
So are you offering some festive discount for this project specifically?
Yes, we do have some discounts on the prices right now.
Please tell us about them.
Okay, our price for the 3-bedroom has been 4,850 all along. Now we are willing to give a discount of 350 rupees per square feet during this festive season.
Okay.
So that will translate into a good savings of 5 to 6 lakhs.
And what about the amenities? Are you giving some free parkings or free club memberships or something?
No, we are not giving any freebies other than that. But then we already have the amenities available for phase 1 customers, which they would, even the phase 2 customers would like to enjoy. We can work out a scheme if there is anybody who's got a genuine requirement, and if there is something they wanted. Sorry, yeah.
Another Magic Bricks user, her name is Sujata, and she's writing from Chennai. She's asking that a lot of festival discounts are in the market right now. So how do I know that which discount and which deal is genuine? So give me some tips to decide on that.
Okay. See, there might be a lot of offers, but end of the day, what translate into the actual money value which you don't have to pay is what matters to a customer. So we have a lot of schemes, right? One particular scheme where we have given the choice to the customer, where we will bear 10% of the EMI for the entire tenure of their repayment term, irrespective of what the term is. Assuming you take a 50 lakh loan from our side and your EMI is 50,000 rupees. So as a developer, we are willing to take 10% of that, which is like 5,000 rupees for the entire term. So your EMI is reworked to 45,000 only for the term, be it 15 years or 20 years or 25 years. So that's again a genuine benefit which you are passing on to the customer. There are cases where they want to buy the cash down deal, therein we're giving them a 350 rupees discount like that. So there are a lot of offers. They'll have to, of course, go through the documentation, and we, as a developer, will be very happy to explain them whatever doubts they have.
So would you really recommend them that apart from freebies, the cash discounts are something which are really beneficial for them?
It could help the customer because they might always use that money to do the interiors or spend it wisely as an investment somewhere or go on a holiday. Could be anything. I mean, because it's going to be an immediate translation of money discount to them.
There is another question coming into us. The person is interested in South Chennai. Right. So they want to ask that is South Chennai a good option for a end user, like a person who really want to buy and live there? So what do you want to answer?
I would certainly agree to that because see, you should understand the geography of Chennai. It is a city with a coast. So and the entire city is driven by north, west, and south. And North Chennai has always been an industry-driven market. So there is very less residential townships which is happening. The city has to grow to only west and south. But if people prefer south because it is closer to the coast and you have a good holiday destinations like Pondicherry, or anybody who's living in Tamil Nadu who have a native there, they can always drive down from this part of the town. And in terms of comfort, the infrastructure, again, south scores better than west and north. So I would obviously suggest that he should invest in South Chennai. The reason being infrastructure, value for money acquisition, and property security.
Let's take another question. The person's name is Suresh, and he wants to ask you that is Malai Nagar a good area to invest in a flat? Will it appreciate in near future?
Yes, it will, because it is closer to this project called Mahindra World City, which is a IT hub again, and it is on the GST, which is parallel to the IT corridor. So in terms of appreciation, it would happen either in IT corridor or on the Marimala Nagar, which is the GST road. I would certainly suggest he can look at that.
Okay. The next question is from Jaya, and this sort of questions, sir, we get a lot on our forum. The person is asking that I want to buy plots in the budget of 10 to 20 lakhs in Chennai, and I want to know where in Chennai the locations where there is a good scope of development also, infrastructure also.
Unfortunately, there are no plots available in that budget in proximity of Chennai. I mean, he may have to drive down at least some 40-50 kilometers either to the south of Chennai or west of Chennai to buy a plot in that price range. Again, you will have to look at the approvals, because that is very, very important when buying a plot.
Right. What are the other tips that you would like to give to a plot investor? Do you deal in plots? Does your company deal in plots?
No, we are not into plotting. We are only into buildings.
So in buildings only, if I want to buy a high-rise apartment in your project, what would you advise for a person to check before making an investment? Like the quick 5 checks, what should I do?
See, as a company, we believe in 3, or I could just list down a couple of them. What is most important for any buyer is the location, which has to be advantageous and comfort to that particular customer, because it is very important in terms of commuting for him, or be it for his family or anything. That is one thing which is very important in terms of investment. The size of the inventory, which is again whether it suits your requirement in terms of whether you need a 2 BHK or a 3 BHK or whatever. Size is the other thing. The price. See, once you like the location and size, price should not be an issue, because there are a lot of projects which may be available if you identify the location and the size. Because once you have decided on the location and size, what is the money kind of outflow you're going to be shelling out to get that kind of an inventory. So these are the 3 things which we call LSP, most important for any buyer. And when it comes to high-rise, answering your first question, the structural stability is very, very important for a high-rise, be it Chennai. Chennai is very important. The reason being, we are a city which is adjoining the coastal zone. We are into CRZs and earthquake zones and everything. So please check for the structural stability as to what is the kind of foundation whether you've gone in, because pile foundation is what suits this geography of Chennai. And again, in terms of the seismic zone resistance, what kind of a seismic zone compliance the builder is going for. And the other best practices would involve whether they're having shear walls to have any impact of earthquake resistance. And again, whether they have fire refuge areas. As you know, it is very, very important. God willing, it should never happen. But then in case there is an emergency, every high-rise has to have a mandatory fire refuge area at select levels, like we do have. Ours is a 19th floor tower, and we have fire refuge areas at 8th, 11th, 14th, and 17th, which is again by the prescribed norms of the government. Only then the rescue vehicles or the rescue things can reach up to those particular levels. That is very important. And the other things is we provide sprinkler systems in every room of our apartment. Not just the common areas or the corridors. In every room, we have fire sprinklers, which are connected. And one of the other impact aspect is we give shatterproof glass in all our projects. Because the higher you go, in case there is a damage to your window pane and somebody is walking down, there is every chance that it would certainly hurt them grievously. So we have ensured that we give shatterproof glass, so the glass does not shatter. So these are the other things. Safety and security, of course, we have a full-fledged complete surveillance system. We have checkpoints in terms of gates. And the other thing is water saving. See, you are aware, Chennai is deprived of natural resources of water. We always depend on desalination. We have a desalination plant. We get water from there. So our project uses a lot of water recycling, and we save up to almost 80% of water which we consume. This is again recycled, sent to the flushing systems. It is used for our gardening, for the common areas, other aspects of it, and of course the clubhouse and amenities.
So if I may ask you, what are the measures you're taking, like the technologies that you're using to make your building earthquake safe?
Mm-hmm. See, ours is a completely earthquake resistance. It's called Zone 3 compliance. Chennai falls in Zone 3 compliance. We are a 100% Zone 3 compliant building, and we have adhered to all the best safety practices. In fact, we have done a safety compliance video, which we actually share with every prospect who comes into our project location, wherein we show them at every step of the project what is it that we have done to ensure the safety of the project is being completely satisfied, and we ensure that the prospect goes through that video first, and then we take him inside the project location so that he can connect with what all the safety aspects which he cannot see, because once the building is up and running, you will not be able to see all these finer aspects or details.
What are the amenities that you're offering for the people who work, who are professionals, who come back to the house, and then the building should offer them some recreation facilities like swimming pool, clubs? So what all amenities do you have?
In the phase 1, which we've already delivered, we have a full-fledged gymnasium, we have a community hall, we have a swimming pool with a complete this thing, and we have a kids pool area, and we also have a convenio which is serving the existing 500 residents. So it is self-sufficient, and the resident who is residing in our township need not walk out for anything other than his work, and school also is inside our campus.
Okay, so do you have market and medical facilities also in the campus of the project?
We share the campus. Just adjoining our campus is Global Hospital, which is a very reputed hospital in Chennai. So you can actually walk to your hospital. It's hardly 100-200 meters from our project location.
And the market area?
Sorry?
And the market area, the shopping complexes?
We just have one convenio, which is enough to cater to the needs of the 500 residents which we have right now. As we deliver the phase 2, we will obviously upgrade the facilities to suit the requirement of the coming residents also.
Okay. To talk about the Chennai real estate market, sir, as a developer, what sort of demand do you really see in the market? Affordable homes or luxury homes or mid-segment?
I would, representing IT Corridor, I would say it is more of affordable and mid-segment, because luxury homes is not something IT Corridor caters to. because our target potential is the IT people who are just taken up jobs or maybe are in middle management levels.
So even the higher income group is not driving the demand for luxury homes in this area?
Not really. There is certain demand, but it always ends up in the parallel road, which is the East Coast Road, which is the destination for fun, I would say, for everybody. It's more of a leisure-driven market, East Coast Road.
We had a very interesting session here, and we addressed a lot of queries from our consumers, and I think they would be the investors in Chennai who are eyeing your project would be very happy to with the information that you gave about it. Over to you, Pushpa.
Okay, so I'm very thankful to our guest speaker, Mr. Kishore, for participating in this hangout. Mr. Kishore, would you like to say anything, any closing remarks related to the Chennai real estate market?
I would only urge the customers and prospects who have been scouting for property all along and have been sitting on the bench thinking whether to invest or not. I would only tell them that this is the time to buy because market has bottomed down, and what better way to start your festive season than investing on a home, which is going to be a lifetime of an investment. And I would urge that every project, wherever they're going to buy, irrespective of ours, do check the credentials, go for the approvals, check for the approvals and everything. Invest now, and I would only say anybody who's investing now will going to be reaping the benefits in the near future.
Okay, so it was indeed a great session. I would also like to thank all our participants for their support in making this hangout a great success. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Kishore. Okay.